going on, everybody? Welcome back. Justin here. As always, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me today for another video. Let's talk about a movie. So today, guys, we're going to be talking about a brand new movie that you can watch on Hulu right now, and it's called Fresh. Now, going into this movie, I knew pretty much nothing about what this movie was. I had seen a couple bits of the trailer here and there. It honestly didn't look like something that I was too interested in. It looked a little glossy, kind of looked like it was trying to be some sort of, I don't know, romantic comedy or dating movie. But as I saw more, reviewers and articles being written about this movie, my curiosity was piqued, and I had to check it out. And I was sitting around, I popped on Hulu and I said, what the hell, I'm gonna check out this movie called Fresh. This movie far exceeded what little to no expectations I had, with fantastic performances. It's really well shot, cleverly written. It's not entirely original. We've seen movies similar to this before, but not done exactly like this, not with this style, at least not in recent horror history, thriller history. And I'm gonna go into the plot and talk about a couple aspects of this, but it is best to go in as blind as possible because there is a switch that happens in this movie that I promise you guys you will not be expecting. I will say first and foremost that this movie does go into some territory that non-horror fans might not be expecting and might not even be able to handle, quite frankly. And for horror fans, it may not be quite hardcore enough to satisfy uber horror fans, but if you're somewhere in the middle and you enjoy a good, I'll say it, sort of gory thriller that sort of kind of rides that middle line of having a lot of humor, not being too gross out, but still being really disturbing in its subject matter, you're gonna have a great time with this. Going by the plot description on IMDb, which is vague, the horrors of modern dating seen through one young woman's defiant battle to survive her new boyfriend's unusual tendencies. I'm even gonna change a word in that description because I don't want to spoil a goddamn thing with this movie. So the main players in this movie are Noah, played by Daisy Edgar Jones, Steve, played by Sebastian Stan, and Molly, played by JoJo Gibbs. This movie has a really minimal cast, a super simple story, just a couple of locations, but tons of surprises. I know that sounds a little cheesy, but it's true. Basically, the movie opens up with our main character, played by Daisy Edgar Jones, maybe. I may be pronouncing her name wrong. She is absolutely lovely in this movie. I had never seen her before. She really reminded me of a mix of like Mary Elizabeth Winstead mixed with like Dakota Johnson. I absolutely loved her performance. She's tremendous in this movie. Her character is basically sick of the dating scene. She's ready to just be alone. And she has a best friend who she's often talking about her dating exploits with and how she's just sick of dating. It just sucks. She doesn't want to online date or anything. But she just so happens one day grocery shopping meets Sebastian Stan's character, played by Steve.
Sebastian Stan's character, played by Steve. Yeah, dude.
Played by Steve. A chance meeting in the produce section, as you do. He's charming, he's witty, he's funny. He seems to have all the qualities that Noah didn't know she was looking for. She takes a chance on this guy and gives him her number. And they end up hanging out. She finds herself at his place and things take all kinds of crazy turns. I'm gonna stop there with plot details because I don't want to spoil anything. But what happens, in some aspects, it could be a spoiler to say, hey, something happens at this point in the movie. But when you're watching this movie, there is a switch that happens in this movie that really changes everything and makes this movie the genre blast that it is. I implore you guys to watch this movie. Anybody who trusts my opinion, who's been watching my channel for a while, you know I have a quirky tendency for weird movies, and this movie will not at all be what you're expecting. I'm just so pleasantly surprised. Even after watching the movie in the first 15-20 minutes, you're kind of like, what is this gonna be? I don't know if I'm into this. I don't know if this is my type of movie. And then the switch happens and you are all in. Sebastian Stan is an actor who I've only seen in a handful of things. I remember him having a really minor part in Hot Tub Time Machine, as well as the movie The Devil All the Time with Tom Holland, which is also fantastic, but he is absolutely incredible in this role. The chemistry between Noah and Steve, Sebastian Stan, and Daisy Edgar-Jones is fantastic, and the performances are really what make this movie work because it's really isolated. The movie takes place basically in this one scenario as everything sort of falls apart and unravels, whatever you want to call it, and the things that happen in this movie are absolutely disturbing. So guys, if you have seen Fresh, let me know what you thought. If you haven't seen it and maybe I've pushed you to watch it, definitely come back and let me know what you thought of it because I am really curious to talk to you guys about this movie. I've been very careful in this review to not give away anything that will take away the excitement of the first time that you see this movie because this movie takes a lot of unexpected turns. So guys, that's pretty much it for my review for Fresh. I know it's vague, I apologize, but when you watch the movie, you'll understand, guys. I think we're done here. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, stay weird, remember to always be yourself, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.